Oh, come on, come on. Hello, everybody. It's your girl Dazzle That Tarot, and I'm back for another live. And this is not a tarot reading. This is actually an interview, and I am here with the most beautifulest person I have seen on these YouTube streets, Miss Alexyss K. Tylor. How are you, girl?
I'm okay, just working. Thank you for having me.
Okay, well, thank you for coming and thank you for gracing my platform. Okay, so before I get to anything, please like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit that notification bell so you can be notified of when I upload and when I go live. And if you would like to book a private reading or whatever, just go into that description box, okay? And yeah, let's get into it. So, if you don't know me, my name is Dazzle. I'm a tarot reader. I have my own tarot channel, which is this. And I've been doing this for a minute, and this is my first time doing it ever live interview. So if you would like to tell people your name and what you do.
My name is Alexyss K. Tylor. I'm the author and creator of Alexyss K. Tylor Vagina Power. I teach spiritual sexuality. So that's vagina power, penis power, sperm power. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, and I have taught that in public since I started the Alexyss K. Tylor Vagina Power Show in 2006 at Public Access. I'm also a medical intuitive. I am a psychic medium. I speak to the physically dead. I pass their messages. I also cook for them. I set up their altars for them. So I cook for them, like their candles for them, do their rituals that they need done to help them pass over, and actually just on different levels work with them. I teach about the chakras and the auric fields. You can see me. I've done television in the past. You can see my Mari show on YouTube. I've done different radio shows, Playboy Radio. My voice was used in the Precious movie. I've done Tosh Point O. So I've done a lot of things, and I have a lot of things I do. I also make hair and skincare products. So I have my own hairline, my skincare line, dealing with hair loss, restoring the hair, restoring the body, stretch marks, tomboy scars, uneven skin. That's what I do. And I, as a medical intuitive, not only detect diseases in the body, the chakras and the auric fields, I also get, when I'm doing that medical intuitive reading, what is necessary to create the formulas to help the person heal.
Okay, that's beautiful. Okay, so what about like your background? Like what was it like growing up as an intuitive or as a spiritualist and things like that? Like if you can take me back there and how you grew up and everything, and when did you start knowing basically, well, when you realized that you could have been a little different, that you were more spiritual.
My mother's a preacher, so there are a lot of preachers,
Mm-hmm.
teachers, healers, psychics, intuitives in my family. So I grew up in the South, the Bible Belt.
Mm-hmm.
So spirituality is all around you. I was abandoned by my mother and left in the projects with my grandmother. So there was a
Mm-hmm.
lot of abuse. There was a lot of contradictions mixed with religion and justifying the abuse of female children, well, boys too. Abuse, physical, mental, emotional, psychic, and sexual, and the degradation of the female. And the church basically is the place that is perfect for degrading the woman. So I didn't have a good background, although there were a lot of psychic and spiritual people in my family and showing these abilities. I've seen dead people in
Mm-hmm.
spirit since I was a child. I didn't understand what they were, and I was very afraid of them. So that's nothing really something I had to figure out later on. It's just defining who I was and what I was after having a mother that had the same abilities but was very sick, very twisted, and very abusive, and basically would leave me all over town wherever she could dump me. So I did not have the greatest childhood. I had to figure out as I got older and learned to understand, once I left my mother and left my whole family alone, that there was nothing abnormal or wrong with me, and that these gifts were what I was given to contribute to the world. So I was different, but made to be different. And there was nothing I can do about it. But at the same time, realizing that I don't have to let anybody abuse me or disrespect me or make me feel because I am different that I need to change or there's something wrong with me and abnormal about me, because they did not have the same abilities.
Amen to that. I mean, period. Period. Okay, so I get that. I really do get that, and I understand that. If you could, like, what was probably, and this is just my warm up questions, like, what do you know what age you were when you started like fully embracing your spirituality and your beliefs and doing work? Like, were you in like your 20s, and how was that?
It's not about an age. Like I said,
Mm-hmm.
when you deal with a lot of trauma and you've been abused, it's not going to be one day you start to do these things, because you have to deal with all the pain and all of the trauma and the PTSD. So it's basically moving through a lot of different experiences in your life to find out who you are and what you are and being comfortable with that. That's layers. When people have been
Yes,
abused,
I was gonna say that layers.
I was left as a baby by my
Mm-hmm.
mother. So my whole life was filled with trauma and abuse. There's no way a person that has been abused and then when she would come back, it was a lot of abuse. There's nobody that has been through that would just at a certain age start embracing themselves and doing spiritual stuff, because you are spiritual. That's who you are. But at the same time, you're abused and traumatized. So you're caught in all of these cycles and circles. So it would take years to unravel that. And it's a process to unravel that, because everybody around you abuses you. So it wasn't a one day or one age. I'm still at a point now that I am embracing who I am and dealing with people constantly trying to come around me and pretend they love me and like me and fake friendships, and then trying to destroy me, and then finding out that person secretly loves you, hates you, admires you, want to be you at the same time. And if they cannot and they compare themselves to you, they want to kill you and destroy you. That's the story of my life. So including my own mother, who tried to kill me and did a lot of black magic rituals. So, and a lot of filthy lies on me to destroy who I am and make people not like me and disrespect me. That's my whole story. So when your own mother does that to you and doesn't love you and doesn't appreciate you and doesn't want you and tells you, I hate that you're here and I hate that you hate your father. My father is a legendary Jackie Wilson, and being abused for that. There's no way all of a sudden you're going to start doing spiritual work, because you have no guide. You have no other model than somebody that's always abusing you and telling you that you're not good enough and you're not wanted on the planet and I should have aborted you. And then having everybody around them, all the adults, consent and participate in that.
Yes. And you know what? You're right. And I do feel like you're right. It's not just the age, it is layers. And I do feel like, it's something that like scars really deep or whatever. So it's like, even with me, I'm gonna tell you, with my journey, I'm still on a journey. So it was no real age limit that it happened, and it does come from trauma. And even now, I'm still traumatized too. Somebody, my
It's like
sister-in-law done told me, yeah, my sister-in-law done told me that she didn't want to be around me because of what I do after trying to do what I do.
See, that's what we're dealing with down here. Growing up in the South, people, you're given the gift, and then they'll say, well, if you're in the church and you see and hear things, oh, you're a prophet. But then if you also start to get the natural tools like the cards and doing Reiki and doing energy work and doing yoga, that will then say you're the devil now.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Of God. But I kept doing it. And luckily now it's a whole nother younger generation that's very open and very receptive to who we are and what we do. So they're wanting the knowledge. They're not listening to that old shit and being suppressed by religion and suppressed by their family, especially mothers that don't like them and don't accept them. But you gave them this gift through birth. So it's like I'm constantly having to create ways to heal myself, as I do with my fans, and share with them. And you have to have a lot of courage, because these people will make you
lose your mind. They will make you lose your shit.
Or get on drugs or alcohol, because you are what you are. And although that family gave birth to you, they will not accept you. But at the same time, you can't change what you are. You can't change who you are.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to fit into this world because you're not like them. So it took now finally all these years later in my life, I'm okay with being by myself. I'm okay saying, you know what, this is what I am. I can't. And then when I would try to suppress it, or I'm not going to deal with that, I'm going to push that down, try to work into society and work a 9 to 5, I still didn't get accepted. It's like people let you know that they see that it's something wrong with you because you're
Like you
different.
got that scarlet letter or something. Like, oh, like you just
It's on you.
yeah. And see, you know what happens? Like I think that a lot of times our traumas pushes us to what we're supposed to do. So with me, you know, a lot of stuff, and I kind of feel like that's with you too. A lot of it, even when people called you those names, it still pushes you towards doing what you're doing. You know, so it pushes you towards that right direction. Because I know when I was going through the stuff I was going through, a lot of times, like, it started with me reading tarot, it started being a hobby. I would do it by myself, right? And then it's like, you know, it kind of opened up some stuff for me. And I would do it for myself, and then I'll do it for my dad, and it went from my dad to other people. And it started like picking up and helping people. But, you know, I was going through the worst time of my life, you know, because I think around that time I was living with my father, and at that time my stepmother was still alive, but my stepmother didn't like me because I looked like my mother.
See what I'm,
Okay.
that's what I'm saying.
So, yeah, so I was getting dogged out pretty bad to the point that, you know, she was trying to put fake restraining orders on me saying I hit her and stuff like that. I had to go to court, all types of stuff. So, you know, and around that time, you know, I started doing tarot and I would do it with my dad. And, you know, at first it was Oracle because I made my own Oracle cards and I'll do it with my dad. And then I started with tarot. So outside of that, then it'll turn into, oh, she's that is not of God. She's Satan and she's a devil and all types of stuff too. So I get what you're saying.
But
But it pushed me
when did
towards.
you leave? If your father didn't stop this from going on, when did you leave?
Okay, so I went from my
Really
mom's house.
jealous.
I went from my grandmother's house. I was born and raised at my grandmother's house. I left there and I had to stay with my father. And I believe I stayed with my father for about like, I think about like 3 years because I had to get a new job because I was trying to get a place to stay, you know, because I wasn't going to stay there the whole goddamn time, you know, oh, hell no. So I was trying to get on my feet around the time I had just got let go of an ambulance company I was working for. Then I started working for like this place called like this thing called Home Instead. Then I didn't have a car, so I couldn't go the distance to be a caregiver for nobody if I'm in DC and this is all the way up, you know, Maryland somewhere. So it's like a 3 hours on the freaking what is it called? The train and the bus. So I couldn't do it. You know, I really just couldn't. So then I ended up working at like McDonald's. I was on, matter of fact, let me rewind it. I was on unemployment. And then I actually started working for McDonald's in the museum. And when I was working at the museum, everything was good. And I had my little part-time job, you know what I'm saying? Just trying to get on my little feet. They let us go at the museum. So it was like, it was this never ending thing if I couldn't really get on my feet. And so I said, F it, because at this point, it's like I'm the problem and it's not me, because my father would cheat on her, right? So he would be gone for like 2 days, right? No bullshit.
There with her.
And I'll be there with her. And when he come back through the door, swear to God, she would go, your daughter did this and did that and filled up the trash can and da da da. And this nigga just come through the door over his other girl house he been. That's all you gotta say is about me. It's about me.
Girl.
So it got to that point, to the point that I finally found my first place, right? And I remember that I only needed $300. And this is how the devil gets you. I needed $300 extra so I could move in. But around that time I was doing readings for my mom and my grandma and stuff. And my grandma, she wanted to tell my uncle. Now my uncle, he is a what do you call it? A holy roly minister. I have a lot of ministers, a lot of pastors, and stuff like that in my family too. But the problem is, you feel like you're better than other people,
They do.
whatever, right? So, because we lived in the hood, we wasn't good enough. We wasn't good enough for your kids to hang around. Okay. So basically, no, so basically, my grandma tells him that, Delta read tarot cards. Oh, no. He got to call me for that. It wasn't about my life. It wasn't about my birthday. It wasn't about none of that. So basically, he calls me in the middle of me trying to figure out how I'm going to get $300 to get the hell up out this house. And he's like, oh, well, how are you doing? And I'm like, okay, well, cool. I already know what you want. So I said, well, okay, well, first of all, I'm really in the midst of, I just got my place and I'm really in the midst of trying to collect $300. Well, I can't help you with that. I was just calling to see if you did tarot cards. Have you been consulting with the devil? And I said, well, I'm not worried about that. I need $300 so I can get this place, so I can get out of here. So he hung up the phone on me.
But what about your father? He wouldn't help you?
He didn't have the money to help me. You know who helped me? That evil stepmama of mine, because she was like, oh, hell no. So she said, here, take it. Don't worry about it. Because it was a way out.
Gone.
Huh?
She just wanted you gone?
Yeah, she just wanted me gone. But then when I left, then here's the funny part. It still wasn't good enough because she thought I was going to fail. I started thriving. So then now it's, oh, she owed me $300. Get the hell up out of here, girl. You sat there and gave it to me and told me to leave.
Do you deal with them now? Because now I don't.
Well, unfortunately, because I'm never going to wish that on people. Around that time, she was on dialysis. So she passed away.
When?
Let's see. It was still when I was in, it was the end of COVID.
Oh, so did you try to see her? Did you feel like you should have seen her? Or
I didn't want to go to the funeral.
Yeah.
But, my family was like, you know what? It's over now. What's the point of being mad? You know what I'm saying? Good morning. I said, good morning. Oh, good evening, girl. But look, yeah, I said, what's the point of being mad? It's no point of me being mad. I mean, they was like, what's the point of being mad? I'm like, it's no point either. She don't care. She moved on. I will be sitting here. I'm going to still be sitting here mad at her. So I had to forgive. Do I forget? No, but I had to forgive. And that was part of my spiritual process too. Because I think the things that I've been through helped me a lot. And it helped me have empathy towards other people. And so when I'm doing stuff for other people, I can keep in mind, okay, well, I know what they're going through because I've been through something similar in a way. And I know how they feel.
Right.
So that's how that kind of made me feel that way. But you have a business. We're going to move on. You got a business, right?
I have several businesses.
Several businesses. So what was your first business and when did it start?
I mean, when I was a teenager, I always created businesses. So, this is nothing new. Again, I started the public access, doing television, doing the readings, teaching on spiritual sexuality through the television show in a raw way. Those are on YouTube. And again, make products. So I've always made them. Ever since I was a little girl in the projects with my grandmother. My grandmother was a farmer. She had the garden right on the side of the building in the project. So she would let me have the vegetables and I would make things with them. And she would give me an easy bake oven to cook. So it's just natural to me to deal with plants and herbs and formulas.
Kind of like my folks, like my grandma and them, they're from Hagerstown, from like the woods and stuff like that, from up there. So they're really pretty much into getting stuff from the land, anything from the land. They will go out in the woods, get different types of leaves, all types of stuff. Like I don't even know, like my even my even my aunt-in-law, like she makes salad out of certain leaves outside, and I'm
Yep.
like,
Yep.
I'm
It's good for you and
like,
clean.
okay.
Yep. It can clean your blood and heal you.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I believe you. Okay, so what's the next one? Okay, so this is a good one though. What kind of experiences did you have while helping clients by way of your gifts? Like different types of experiences, like because you can have certain experiences where you might experience their deceased loved one, you might experience the smell, or you might.
But remember, I'm a psychic medium, so that's what I do anyway.
Mhm. Okay, so let's
I
see.
I speak to the dead. That's what I do every day, and I have their altar set up, like the one behind me. Every day, it's what I
Uh,
live. That's my way of life.
so as far as experience, like for instance, have you ever like because you do, right? Do they linger? Do you have a thing where like they may wake you up? Or you have a thing where it's like, you can put something on the altar and you know if they like it or not. Like, because you'll have a sign,
Well,
right?
no. This is the
Uh-huh.
thing. This is the thing. Again, I hear them, so everybody I guess is different. They give
Mm-hmm.
me their menu before I put it there, so I know what food to order for them. I know what drinks that they want. I hear them.
Mm-hmm.
They give me their orders, their menu in advance. So it's not a hit and miss kind of thing with me. With
Mm-hmm.
Nipsey, my father, anybody that comes in here, I can hear them very clearly. So I know what to shop for them. Yes, they wake me up. I think everybody goes through that hears and speaks to them. They come in different times, they linger. I've been doing Nipsey readings since 2019. Of course, my
Mm-hmm.
father has followed me throughout my whole life, Jackie Wilson. He's here all the time. They move in and out as they want to move in and out. I don't
Mm-hmm.
try to stop them. They do what they like they did when they were in their physical bodies. So no, it's not like that with me. It's very, very precise. I don't guess. I don't hit miss. None of that.
Mm-hmm. Because I know with certain people they have a lot of dreams, and certain people they can be like, what is it called when you smell things, right? So I know my grandmother, she has a lot of dreams about the dead, like past people, like
Me too.
people that just pops in, right?
Hmm.
So you have a lot. You said you do. So I was just about to ask that.
I'm
And
awake and
then,
I'm asleep. They speak to me conscious, and when I'm asleep, they wake me up. A lot of times I don't sleep, so I see them and I
mhm,
don't mind. I don't tell them to go away unless it's someone that's trying to torment me or do black magic or something demonic, trying to hold me down or block me in my sleep. I know
mhm,
the difference. Other than that, I've accepted what I am and who I am. And that's why I spend a lot of time alone. And if I were to get another relationship, it would have to be a man that understands me and
mhm.
what I am and what I do. Because most men are not going to accept me as
Mhm.
I am and what I do.
Correct. Okay, no, then I'm gonna ask you this. Since we're on men who accept things, like for instance, like Ed and Lorraine, right? Like Ed was a demonologist. So would you be more into guys who are like into
I
like
don't
the
know. I
occult?
don't. I don't know who that is.
Okay, so Ed and Lorraine are the ones who okay. Ooh, which one? Ooh, the movies. Okay, so they made movies about them. So basically they were
I'm an
renowned.
older couple.
Yeah, the older couple. They're older
Mhm.
white couple. And if you remember what Annabelle, do you remember
The
the movie
doll.
Annabelle?
I have
Yeah.
some of those in the other room. Yes.
Yeah, so basically Annabelle is from it's a that doll is in one of their collections because they have a whole like house full of collected items
I
from
saw her.
different huntings and stuff like that. So
Mhm.
yeah, so you have Annabelle in there. But his wife was a psychic and he was a demonologist.
I didn't know he was a demonologist. Okay.
Yeah, so they worked
But
well.
not like what? Worshiping or talking to them. He just studied them or what he exercised
Studied
them.
them and helped exercise them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's not demonologist then. because
like cultists or something like that.
no,
Maybe.
he exercises them. I guess he studies them, he knows them. But like when you say demonologist, I thought you meant like he actually works with them. If he's into demonology.
No, I don't think he did. That's not what they said. But however, they didn't never say that. But there's a
You
really
feel like
good.
he is. Is that what you're saying? You feel like he is? That's what you're saying?
No, I don't feel like he is. But I actually seen someone do he's really good. Aphrodite did a reading, and he was using those demons to help him out too. And I said I wouldn't put it past him. So I don't know. I kind of feel like it, but I don't know. But
you just froze. You froze.
Oh, I froze. Oh, my bad. Yeah. But no. But I wouldn't put it past him.
You start talking about him and you said that, it says zip. I start feeling cold in here. I'm cold at the bottom of my body.
Oh, I shouldn't have said nothing. Okay, well, I was just telling you, you probably were like dating or something like that. I don't know, but I ain't gonna talk about that.
Well, when you brought them up, that couple is that you said you want to ask me a question about dating people, and you brought that couple up. So what you want to ask me about? What, me dating, or when? Because that's when you.
I was talking about you dating, because you said that you wanted to actually date someone who can be comfortable with what you do.
No, I said if that's the only way I could.
If you are. So yeah, I was kind of like throwing out there.
I spend a lot of time alone, embracing myself, because I do this every day. And when you start talking about them, I'm cold. My legs are cold. The bottom of my body's cold. When you start talking about that and talking about him and demonology, I got cold, and then it says zip, everything. Oh God.
I messed you up over there.
I wonder, were you going to ask me a demon question?
No.
Well, I'm wondering because it got. I'm still cold.
Oh, maybe that's what he got going on there.
They're still physically alive, right?
No, they passed on.
Oh shit! What have you done?
I ain't doing nothing but bring them up. I was talking about
when you brought it up, you asked me, and I didn't know if you were going to ask me if I dealt with the dark side sometimes. That's why I was wondering where was it going, because when you
I was just telling you about the dynamic.
But then you noticed what happened, right?
You done got. I done messed you all up.
You didn't mess me up. I'm just saying, because I deal with them. So I deal with angels and I deal with demons. So when you talk about him, I felt them in my whole bottom from the knees down. I'm freezing. It's freezing in here. From here up, I'm okay. But from here down, I'm freezing. And when you said it, started talking about him, I felt it, and I got really cold. And I said, so what are you saying? He deals with demonology summons. And you were like, no, I went saying, then it went zip. And
I mean, he probably was doing that, child. He probably was. My bad. He probably was.
Are you psychic too? Are you a psychic medium, or you just read your cards?
I'm an intuitive reader, aka tarot advisor, BKA your hood oracle.
Well, me too, but I'm just saying, I didn't know if the dead come, because I'm still cold.
Oh,
it's
okay.
Like you said that they came. And
I'm gonna tell you though, I have been. See, I think as I get older, like you say, I think it's different levels. You unlock certain stuff. So I have been getting like crazy dreams of like, and I don't know who these people are. So I tell my grandma, and she's like, "Oh yeah, that's your great grandfather." Oh wow. Because I'm like, why is this big, tall white man in my dream?
Well, it must be one of your ancestors.
He got a dog.
They'll come and introduce themselves to you when they want to work with you and they want to speak to you.
Mm-hmm. So I've been getting them, and I'm like, that might be what it is. That's why we about to get into this part, right? And my grandma is supposed to be watching this too. So if you watching this, grandma, hey, because she wanted to ask you about this too. So first of all, when you started doing your altar, this was actually my grandma's question. So she wants to know the purpose of an altar. What are some tips to start an altar, and what do you put on your altar for different outcomes and stuff like that? So she wants to know that, even though she knows a little bit, but she wants to know that for like educational purposes, not just for
Yeah,
me, but
but is the altar for a ancestor or a person that she loves? Is it
she's
for a
talking about ancestral altars. She's talking about
okay, well, if it's for that person, she needs to
that.
put everything that person liked
Mm-hmm.
only. So if she knew them and she knew what they like to drink, what they like to smoke, what they like to eat, that's what goes on that altar. Their name, their picture, everything about them, because it's theirs. Now,
Mm-hmm.
if you're talking about manifesting things, that's separate. That's a self altar, a personal altar for your magic. So that
So
would
you
be
will make two altars.
because it's not about you.
Okay. Yeah.
It's about that person. So
Mm-hmm.
everything goes on there about that person.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're going to feed them, of course, you have to watch the food because it's going to mold, it's going to spoil, it's going to smell. So, however many days, 3 days, 5 days, it shouldn't go past that. Whatever the drink they like, put it there, see if it's mold in it. If it's shrinking down, pour it out and replace it because you wouldn't want anybody to have you a molded glass of anything
Mm-hmm.
up there. So, that's quite simple. If it's for the person, then that's what you only put there to cater to that
Mm-hmm.
person. If it's for your manifestation, then that's a separate altar that you're doing for magic manifestation. And you have to determine what type of magic you're going to do. Light magic, dark magic, herb magic, candles, whatever it is. That's
Mm-hmm.
your decision.
Okay. So, all right. So then we can talk about Nipsey Hussle, because you know you are Queen Drip, so we can talk about Nipsey Hussle. When did you first start connecting to King Nipsey? I don't know if I was following you when you first started connecting to King Nipsey.
The day he was assassinated, but the thing
Okay.
is, I secretly followed him and I liked him.
Mm-hmm.
Like 2015, because the spirit started to tell me he didn't have a lot of time. And they wanted me to go to him and warn him that he was going to be murdered if he didn't change his life and get away from certain people. I was afraid to do it. And so I would watch and then not turn around, not watch. 2015, 2016, 2017, watch, not watch, because he was around a lot of my enemies. And I knew then what I saw was correct because I saw how they tried to murder me. And if they try to bring you into these circles in the entertainment industry and you don't want to do the things that they want you to do, they're going to try to set you up. If you do the things they want you to do, they're going to set you up. So with certain people and certain abilities, you might be famous, you might be seen, you might do some albums or whatever, but underneath you're a slave and you don't have any freedom and you're bound. So I knew they had done that to him or were getting ready to do it. I knew he wasn't going to have a long career because he was one of those types of individuals, although he participated in a lot of kind of dark things or to survive and make his money. He was also a Christ. He was also had a lot of light in him. And they were going to execute him after that first album because he wasn't meant to live long in that industry because that's not what they wanted him there for, because he would have caused too many problems, because he was a way shower, a light bringer. He was a Christ. You know what they do to them? They crucify. So he came to me again the day he finally came to me the day he was assassinated. And that's when we started talking. And he told me, that's the very first day he said, they trying to make it look like this is an argument between me and my homeboy. This is not. I was executed right now. I'm in the morgue and my body's not even warm. And they're slicing up my real estate. And this is about my money and the marathon and different resources and oil underneath my property. And the people that were around me set me up. And the woman I was dealing with set me up. Ever since then.
He was dealing with Lauren London, right?
That's one of them, plus the other baby's mother. That's a fake relationship. That was set up for just a celebrity relationship, celebrity agreement to that, they put groups together, no matter what race you are, they're going to put couples together that look good and that the public wants to be and live their life vicariously through them. So they were not together, as she said, and as he even presented to me. So I'm like, you're going to get me in trouble because you're coming in here and everything you presented, you're telling me that it's the opposite, and you want me to say it was the opposite and it wasn't real and it was a lie. He said it was. I had to. I was forced to do this. So ever since the beginning, I've done it. And as you can see, as time goes on, and I said she wanted his estate, she wanted his money. And if his family wasn't careful, that's what was going to happen. And basically, she's a puppet, a prostitute for the industry, like all those women are. And you see, to this day, a few weeks ago, his brother just gave her half of his estate, along with her son and his other daughter, Imani, having half of the estate as children, and then her also getting half of his estate. This is what I said. Even though these people said I'm crazy and gave me death threats and nasty emails, I never let this man go. I never stopped writing for him. And it has caused me a lot of trouble, a lot of problem. But I still did what I felt was the right thing to do for somebody that's physically dead that cannot speak for themselves.
So, being this though, honestly speaking, you are right. And to be honest, all those naysayers and stuff and people call you crazy, half of them are freaking crazy, okay? Because if you're so crazy, why are they watching the crazy person, right?
Not just look at my accuracy record. Even when I said Nipsey tells me about weather, storms, airplanes, trains, buses, all these things that I say before they happen come true.
Yeah. You
So
know,
I'm okay walking alone. I never had friends anyway. I never had a mother, never had a family, never was accepted by anybody. So basically, I'm accepted by the dead. I live that life and I live in the underworld, although my physical body is still alive, and I'm okay with that. Because most humans are stupid as fuck and don't know nothing anyway, and they don't have the same abilities to see. So the ones usually that can see are in the minority.
They get separated.
Don't have the sight and they don't have the gift. And secretly they're jealous of you and they resent you and they want to be you. Or some of them are just so stupid they can't see what you see. So because they cannot see it, it's not real. It doesn't exist. I live in this world and I'm not of this world, but I totally embrace who I am and what I do. And I'm going to stay on this side. It's just like a few days ago, I said, get ready for the storm. Watch the Atlantic Ocean, watch the Pacific Ocean, watch the Gulf of Mexico. I've been saying this for a month now. I said severe storms are going to come because of coming from the Pacific Ocean, the Atlantic Ocean, right there in the middle and causing a lot. I said upper respiratory diseases were coming for dogs and humans and babies and parasites, and they're going to mutate. COVID was going to mutate, create a new strain. I've been saying this for 3 years since he's been here. And you see these things on the news right now. Extreme flooding right now. I don't care what people think or say about me. Those same people you try to please hang around them, that get you killed, or they'll set you up to be killed. And then try to take your soul and take on your gifts and put them on like a cloak or like a fur coat and try to emulate you while you're in the ground. That is what I understand. These people mean nothing to me.
I know that's right. So, let's see. I'll go to the next one. So let's talk about it though. Let's talk about like the daily life of a spiritual worker. Okay. How has being a spiritual worker affected you mentally, physically, and socially? Well, we already just talked about socially
Yes,
as far as
it's not
so we already talked about that. But I'm talking about like mentally and physically. Like, do you get worn down sometimes? Do you have burnouts?
Again, of course I do. I basically already answered your question, and I get a lot of negativity, a lot of lies, people trying to slander me, try to destroy my character, defame me. That in itself is mentally.
That in itself is a lot.
Emotionally stressful on top of dealing with this.
And then I was going to ask about little daily routines that you do, like about like as far as a spiritual worker, how do you keep spiritually fit? Like, do you do like spiritual baths, meditation, walks, dance, prayers, spiritual protection?
Dancing. You didn't see me dancing the vagina power dance that Nipsey gave
Yeah.
me?
Yeah. I know that's one of them.
He taught me those, and also there's a whole curriculum that I have to draw around it. Why a certain movement? Why throwing your pussy is so important? Why grab? Why I'm talking about throwing it hard? Goddamn it! Don't play with it. Throw your goddamn nuts, ground them into the earth.
Oh
no! Throw that pee.
You said throw that thing in a circle.
Yeah, throw that ass just like that 2 Live Crew. Throw that pee.
Oh, you know they coming for Uncle Luke. They're trying to say that he was grooming people.
And he was back in the day. Really? He was. I mean, sex is so important. The first chakra rules the world, and the first chakra is the anorectal and dealing with the sex organs. And that's what Nipsey's teaching me, and how to balance and open those doors and cleanse those doors and stand in vagina power, which is what I teach. So it's different ways to ground your energy, but you know that, like I said, that's an everyday walk. That's an everyday practice.
Okay, so let's talk about your journey as a content creator on these YouTube streets. Okay, so we already know when you started your YouTube channel and prior to your motivations, we already noticed that. But let's talk about some of your experiences, though. Now, you talked about people who wanted to discredit you. And right now, what I do know is that I have followed a woman, and then it's like, it was that, but you also sent me some leaks about that. And basically, it was this guy named Mike Check Global that was saying that you had scammed him out of money, and then it was someone else who said that. And then it's like this other heretic witch lady said that, you know, oh, that's my enemy and stuff like that. Like, can you talk about that?
I don't know what I don't know what you want me to say, because
this is BS.
No, I'm just gonna say this, as I've said before, a couple of days ago when I addressed it. It is best to get your lawyer to sue me. I would like to see all of the legal documents. I would like to speak to the police that have police reports against me. I would like to be contacted by the investigations against me and the laws that I broke, and I would like to be summoned into court. I would like to see all of the evidence to prove that I'm a scammer. So if I've scammed these people and I've cheated them out of money, I would like to be summoned into a court. Other than that, dear, the arguing back and forth, I'm a grown woman. I'm too grown for it. So if you got it, I scammed you all. You know I scammed you all. You haven't told me you have any documents. You're not presenting any of them while I'm here with you live. If you can't show me bank statements, if you can't show me what banks reverse payments to me, if you can't show me emails where people ask me why am I ignoring them, but refusing them to give them a service and refusing to give them a refund, if you can't show me where there has been reports against me from any banking and financial institutions, if you can't show me any police reports they've shown you that you have copies of to read to me now at this time, I don't know what you want me to say to you.
No, actually, it's more so about this, because when I actually seen that, and as you know,
you're a tarot reader. Why don't you read me right now? Since we record this and you're going to show it, ask it, did I do this? And then on top of that, I'm waiting for the legal. What's funny?
No, I'm laughing because I know what I'm saying is I don't think that you did this, and the reason why I don't is because the fact of the matter is, what it kind of feels like one person says,
it didn't start until that lady that's been stalking me.
That's what I'm trying to say.
You know what? I still would like for you to turn the cards, though.
Okay. Well,
honestly, and I'm going to be quiet. I'm going to say, even if you tell me I did it, I'm not going to argue with you, and you can air this.
We'll do it right now. But okay, so let's see.
I got my baby. It's so cute. And I'll tell you, it's a tiny baby there.
Oh,
Like,
I love that.
It's so cute.
I love that. Okay, so just in case y'all don't know, I'm gonna be using the Guided Light Tarot. Okay,
She gonna put me right on Front Street right now. Gonna put me on blast right now.
That's why I'm laughing. That's another reason why I'm laughing, because I'm like, oh, I did not plan on doing tarot.
Yeah, because you know I'm a scammer, goddammit. So I'm gonna keep chastise me. I'm gonna let you read me. I'm gonna be quiet.
All right. Okay, Alexyss K. Tylor. Okay, did you scam? What's his name? Mike Check Global. That's the one that's going around saying you scam him.
See, this is the thing. I did the interview he told me to do before he paid me the $60. So how am I a scammer?
Okay, but that's the other dude. But he had another dude that said that he came on.
He gave me a $300 donation, and he said that's like a year ago. So I don't remember him. He gave me a donation, and but he said I spoke to him. And so how do I speak to you? I don't remember. I have so many clients. How did I speak to you? But then I cheated you. And so why didn't you let your banking institution know? Why didn't you send me an email? Why didn't you ask for a refund? Why did you make the bank dispute it? I have a lot of clients. I don't remember. So I didn't take his money. And I showed the receipt that we acknowledge he did give it for a reading. So he had to have gotten it. If he didn't, what I don't understand is, why are you saying something now? And you're friends with the lady that says that I'm stalking her.
Okay, well, I'm going to tell you what happened. Since you want me to give you this reading, we're going to give you this reading. And before I give you this reading, also, Goddess Raven, my good girlfriend over here, she wanted to know, do you collect tarot decks? Because she's addicted to tarot decks.
I haven't collected a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be quiet and let you go ahead.
So first of all, I'm asking, did you scam? I'm asking, are they telling the truth about you? And here's the issue. I do feel like it's manipulative communication. That's the Magician in the reverse. So there's some lies in it for me. The Seven of Pentacles in the reverse talks about but if I'm going to dig and try to find some evidence, I don't see nothing in there. And I do think this Knight of Swords in the reverse, I think this is an argumentative card. I do think people are trying to force people to feel a certain way about you. And I do feel like it's one of those cards where as though, even though they may have a warped way of thinking, they're too stubborn to think about it in a different way. So it's however they think, right? And I do think the back of the deck energy is the Five of Wands. It's because of conflict. And what I was going to say, what I was getting into was,
remember the Five of Wands is also jealousy and competition.
In competition, you are absolutely right. But what I'm saying is, what it feels like is you have a situation where you have that one girl that was doing all those things. And like I said in the previous reading, she is going to be like, oh, well, she's going to get along with people that want to say something about you. They may have a grievance about you. They may have a whatever. They can be disenfranchised or whatever. And I kind of feel like it's not cool to project people problems on you. And I kind of just feel like, in a way, it's like after that fire started, now let's start my fire. It's almost like the Me Too movement. Who else did something? Who else did Alexyss Tylor hurt?
I didn't do it.
But basically, that's what I'm saying. Like, I just know it's not as what it is. It's not all that. But I just kind of feel like, no, you didn't do it. But I just kind of feel like it's just amazing how people come on here, and because they don't like you for whatever reason, they find a moment so they can say, oh, me too. She did something to me. I'm hurt. You know what I'm saying? So I just kind of find that weird.
I deal with this all the time. This isn't the first time I've dealt with it. That's why I said, at this point in my life, at this age, I'm not arguing about it. I just rather you file a lawsuit against me.
Yeah, but they're not going to do that.
I don't know that. They said they know for sure I did it. So just file a lawsuit against me.
They're not going to file a lawsuit.
But let me say, in Georgia, I was born here. I've never left here. I've been raised here. If there were all these police reports against me, the police...
You would know. They're not filing... I'm trying to tell you. This is not about to go into no police report.
Why not?
They're not going to file nothing because they're lying. Oh, it's not that much evidence. And out of anything, if you gave a donation, that's a donation.
Well, I'm not saying he did that. I'm just saying I don't remember him. But if I would remember him if there was problems between us. And I never got an email from him saying there was a problem. And then he's saying, well, she only does readings on Instagram. That's a lie. I've had the same email for over 10 years. Everybody knows Alexyss K. Tylor, VP at gmail.com, plus whatever financial institution that he dealt with. Why didn't, if you went through CASHAPP, we don't have a complaint from CASHAPP. I was surprised. My assistant looked at his name. She said, we never blocked him. He's not even blocked. We never had a problem with him. We've never gotten a notice from him or CASHAPP to say do a refund. That's why it was shocking to me. And I didn't know he was friends with her. And so I'm saying, just show me what I did and show me the email, because I hardly turn my phone off. Every time somebody, there was like a lady that said a few days ago, she said, here's a receipt I bought, and I've been very sick and dealing with black mold and all that stuff in the house, and it's getting cleaned up now. But she said, I ordered products from you 2 years ago, and I didn't.
Well, why wait 2 years later?
That's what I asked her. I said, because y'all know I've been ill and dealing with a lot of crazy drama with my ex and all that. And I said, let me see it. I'll give you your money. Did you PayPal? She said, I don't want it. I can show you.
What's the point of saying something about it?
She said, because it's been 2 years and I still haven't gotten it. And all I'm saying is I'm getting ready to move. So I want to give you the new address. So when you can, she said, just hold it. There are a few other people too that have ordered a lot of stuff from me. Like the gold cream and stuff. They didn't get it yet because I was sick. I couldn't stand up and make it. Okay. So they waited. They said, I don't want, that's how people are. Once they try my stuff, they don't want the money back. They'll wait. So they've been waiting, and I offered it back. And she even told me, but you know what I did? I started giving it back to her because I couldn't leave the house to drive. But what I told her was, like I tell everybody, if you want to, just send the FedEx to my door. They can pick it out, put the box outside, and you can get it. FedEx will get it and ship it. You can get it that way, but I can't leave the house and drive. She never got back to me. I don't need the drama, the back and forth. And I'm like, if you really want the stuff, just tell them this is the address, send FedEx. I'll have it for you. She didn't do it. So last night I went to PayPal, refund. That's what I do. So when these people say, oh, she ignored me, she cussed me out, she won't talk to me, she just took my money. That's not me. I've been around since 2006. If I was doing all the scamming in Atlanta,
that would have been happening. Yeah, people would have been saying something. That's why I'm not really too keen.
People would know by now. That's why I said I just rather you have your attorney, because I'm not going to do. I don't know why people always want to tell lies on me and catch me up in drama. I'm tired of it. And so I'd rather you just go ahead and file your charges. You get your lawyer, I get my lawyer. But we're not going to do this. I'm not going to do this.
And I think it's kind of weird. Like I said, I think it's unfortunate, and I think it's weird because it's a couple of things. I think that you know that she has a spiritual business, right? And the worst thing you can do is discredit a spiritualist and say that they're a scammer or things like that. So for them to do that, that's really bad. And I'm like, but they make videos. Now, mind you, okay, because that could have happened, right? But then here's what I don't get. You're going to expose the issue, quote unquote, then sit there and make other videos like, I don't want y'all to go against her or to not promote her. Like, what are you talking about? You do want people to not get.
Then they were just saying, let's take her Cash App down. And then she's hungry, she's poor. I'm not poor. I'm not hungry. I'm not hard up for money. I don't steal people's money. But so it's like, but let's take her Cash App down. Let's stop her from making money. You can't stop me from making money. I don't even do readings every day because I don't like to, because of shit like this and people liking to tell lies on me. So that's not a source of my income. I don't even have readings on my website, alexyssktyler.com, because I don't make it easy. If I was such hard up for money, I would do what everybody else does. I would leave the readings up there where they let you book your appointment and book your time. You can't book an appointment with me. I book it with you. And in order for you to do that, you email me at alexysktylorvp@gmail.com, not Instagram. I need to see your picture. I can see your eyes. I need to get your exact questions. I need to see the picture and the name of everybody involved. If it's a physically dead person, I need the obituary. Preferably if you got body shots, casket shots, I need to see that. And then I'll decide. And I say, don't send money. Let me look this over and see if my spirit says yes, or the spirit of the people you want me to speak to that physically died, if they want to talk to me, then I'll give you my rate. If I decide, most people I don't take. So if I'm so hungry and so poor, why is it I make it very difficult for people to get a session with me? You don't book me, I book you. And at this point, you don't even hear me in videos saying, hey, if you want a reading, because I do so many other things, as I said. And I have my other business with my skincare. And now I'm getting stronger. I can make those things. I can give their body the stuff or give them their money. People don't want the money back from me. That's how good my shit is. You can ask your cards if my shit is good or not. They don't want the money. They want my stuff. That's why she waited for 2 years. I gave her the money. She didn't even want it the other day. I did it anyway. But I'm poor. I'm hungry. I'm desperate. No, I'm not.
I just think it's people who just want to see you fall. And I think it's a season where I like to call it witch hunts or whatever, or like lynchings or whatever. That's what they like to do. People like to see people fall.
It's not the season. They do that to me all the time. And that's why I'm tired of it. And that's why I'm not. Again, I said it since I've been out in 2006. This is a constant thing. And once one group goes, then they sick another group on me. I know people are doing this. They paying people and they have gang stalkers or promising them shit. This happens.
And they do. They really do. I see that on YouTube a lot. People are really doing that. People are coming together as groups, getting paid to gang stalk. And, you think that this person is real bad, but the whole time this group of people is getting paid by another person to gang stalk that person. Well, it's really happening.
Well, I know that people, a lot of people, most of them are like at a 5th grade level of education. So it's best to talk to them on that level. Most people don't read. They don't know the truth. They don't want to know, nor do they care. They'll join in because it's fun and it's funny to do that to somebody. They don't care because it's evidence that I'm being stalked, not this person. But instead of them focusing on that, they then want to create ways to try to destroy me and support the person that is stalking me. So at this point, I'm not going to do a back and forth.
You shouldn't have to. You shouldn't have to.
Just deal with me legally. That's where we'll go with it. And I will appear in court. But the argument thing, I will not do.
Because the Cash App, it shouldn't be that hard to pull up something from Cash App.
No, it's not. Really it's not hard to dispute it either because he never disputed it. That's what I'm saying to you.
That's what I'm saying. That means that obviously he's lying about something.
But we never got a message from Cash App that said, and we never got one from him a year ago saying he wanted a payment. Because usually when people try to do that and create drama, we block them if I've given you the service. You're not getting a refund. And that's for you or anybody. Why should anybody have the right to take your money if you gave a service and just because they don't like what you said? You're not doing that to me. Now, if I didn't give it to you and I don't want to, I'm really the type of person that's real free about giving money back. I don't want to fuck with you. Take your shit and don't ever contact me again. But stealing, I don't do that. I'll get rid of you, not by stealing from you. Give me your money. And people will still talk about me, even though I give you your money back, because I don't want to read you. You're a problem. That a lot of these women have been a problem. That's why now I watch who I read. And at this time, I'm not even advertising reading because I don't care about it. Only readings I do is the public readings that Nipsey and the spirits give me to warn the people that follow me. Those are the only ones that AKT Celebrity reads or commentary on public things going on with public matters, current events, celebrities. Other than that, I'm not looking for private readings. I don't need those to make my money.
I believe you. And, just as a content creator, not me, because I've been on here for a while, but just as any new spiritualist that comes on and want to do content and want to, do their brand, what would you like give them? What kind of advice would you give them just starting out and just doing that?
Be totally
Mm-hmm.
strategic and professional about what you do, and don't fuck with none of these niggas or these nigga bitches on YouTube. Don't get personal with these people. Don't put them in your motherfucking business. Don't do what I did. Don't let people come to you and say they love you and they want to help you and come to your house and do favors for you and then end up doing real dirty shit to you. Just keep it strictly business. Set your businesses up, your websites up. Just get in and make your money and get the fuck on. That's it.
Okay. Well, that's straight like that. But you know what? I can't even complain about that. That is straight like that. I know that's right. Well, Miss Alexyss K. Tylor, I appreciate you being on today. And you know what? You got right to the point. No chaser. And you stood your ground, mama. And I appreciate that. And if you would like to tell people, I'm pretty sure they know where you're at. So if you want to tell people again your channel, and we're going to roll out and wrap it up.
My channel's Alexyss K. Tylor. They'll be able to Google me. They'll see a lot of the old videos as well as the new ones. Yep, it's Alexyss K. Tylor. I don't want to really, I don't really want to advertise a lot of anything on here. But thank you for having me on the show.
Well, I just do want you to know that you do have a lot of people who enjoy watching you. We respect you. And honestly, we know right from wrong. We know what we see and we know what we don't see.
I'm totally surprised at y'all. I mean, I saw a couple of people. I'm like, wow, they are reading me.
Well, I enjoy watching you. So it's like, okay, well, let me go ahead on and do this because it really looked like you were being victimized. And, you know, that's just on the level from a human being level. And a lot of stuff on this stuff that you're going through, I think is, you know, a bit of game stalking and, oh, let's say that this person hurt me. That's what that sounds like. But other than that.
At the same time, it's my fault too. I mean, I can't, not that they're saying what they're saying, but because I let people get close to me. Because I needed people to be close to me. I needed help at the time. I was very sick and I was appreciative. I asked people to assist me, and I should have followed my mind when I felt like something's off about a particular person.
Yes.
But at the same time, I wanted to help people that I felt had the same issue I had, and I shouldn't have let people I did not know come to my house and come around me and think they, you know, trying to see that, oh, this person just needs help, or this person has flaws, but it'll be okay. They won't hurt me. And they did. So now I'm thankful for the lesson because there's things I needed to learn and there was things I needed to let go of and stop trying to save people because you cannot save people. You can't fix people. And then somebody could, like I said earlier, it's that Selena type of thing. Somebody could love you and hate you, admire you, and want to be you and want to take your place, but then you can kind of soothe it a little bit as long as you let them hang around you. As soon as you discover that something's really off so bad that you don't need to be dealing with them, and when you cut them off, then it turns into such a rage that person will actually want to take your life from you, take you off the planet. And that's, I think, clearly what I need to learn.
You know what it is, though? And this is how I like to explain it. I do feel like when people have a light and, you know, they do have a gift to heal people, a lot of unhealed people come to you, right? So even though they may not mean to, like I say this all the time, they may not mean to, but they have to show their trauma. Right? And hurt people. So a lot of times they're going to act that way because that's what it needs to be.
Because I'm very
You're not hurt. You're not hurt. They're hurt.
I am. I told you that at the very beginning.
Not you. No. What I'm trying to tell you is the people who don't hurt people.
I am very hurt. And I'm still dealing with that as a child. All my childhood shit. But
yes, you.
No, I don't.
No, not you. I'm not saying you. What I'm saying is people are attracted to you, even though you have some trauma and you have to heal, and you're in the constant journey. These people don't think that. They're coming towards you with their problems. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
What I'm trying to tell. Okay. You
They're
know,
coming
people will come
towards
to
you.
you and have like actually act like they have a solution for you and trick you. They'll say, "I want to help you," and they'll start off helping you, but really that's not what they want to
They
do.
don't want to help you. Some of them don't.
And some of them want to ride off of you and they want to be you. And they think they're your equal. They try to tell themselves they're your equal. They can do the same thing you do. They can get the same fan base. They can have the same effect that you do. And then when they see they cannot and that you don't want to fuck with them because you realize something's really wrong with this person, they'll take your life from you if you let them. That's what I needed to know. And I needed to see this won't happen to me no more. I ain't never trusting no bitch to come up on me talking about you want to help me and shop for me and shit and be my friend. That's what I needed to learn. Stop that shit. Stop letting people get access to me.
True. It's the truth. And it's really sad. It's really messed up, really.
Yes.
But I'm just like I said, I've seen you in your element on YouTube and stuff, and I just kind of feel like it's just sad to see a lot of stuff that people are doing. And people do see you, and people do appreciate what you do.
At this point, I'm kind of tired. I don't want to be bothered anymore. It's clear they don't want my gifts that I brought to the world. So I'm going to have to go to another arena where people do want them. Because it's clear these groups of Black women do not. It's amazing how somebody will try to get rid of you and the gifts you have, but they don't have the same ability. So when you get rid of me and when I leave, are you going to take my place? Are you going to provide the services that I provide? Are you going to bring the same honesty and integrity? Because you already don't have any honesty and integrity. If you do what you could to stab me and humiliate and create lies on me and tell sexual lies on, oh, she tried to fuck me and she tried to, and it's just like say this shit, and then you want to then have people look at you and listen to you. But I've never talked down on another bitch. I've never defamed another woman or a man to get attention. The attention I get and the people that love me and support me is natural from me being who I am, from a place of honor and integrity. I've always lived and spoke from a place of honor and integrity, no matter how bad I got fucked over. I don't do things like that. You can't expect. I mean, people do it. They take somebody's place. But eventually, you're going to be exposed for lying and degrading and literally trying to decapitate another person for fame and fortune and opportunity. See, I don't worry about when people try to destroy me. Dig 2 graves, because I know I'm upright and I'm not a dishonest person. And whatever you try to do to me, everybody that has come up against me, as it says in Psalm 35 and 37, have stumbled and failed. And that's all I'm going to focus on. That's why I said, do what you got to do to me legally. Because if I'm wrong, it will come out if I'm wrong. But if I'm not, and you dig a hole for me, dig 2. Because I've seen everybody that come for me fall.
True.
So thank you for having me on here. But I'm going to wait to see the outcome.
And you know what? We with you. And we're going to wait with you. And we love you. And thank you for having the time to give me the opportunity to talk to you. Okay?
Well, I made time to give you.
Thank you so much.
If you want to, I don't mind following up.
Okay. Well, we can follow up at a later date if you want to. And thank you again so much. Like, I was so honored to have you on, and this is my first ever interview. So I'm just really happy to see you. And a lot of people in the chat are happy to see you too. And just thank you so much.
I didn't think anybody was here, but hello, everybody.
Oh, they was talking. One of them asked, "Did you do banishing work to keep
Can't
these
see.
types of people
I
from you?"
didn't know. I wasn't. I
Oh,
really
you
can't
didn't
see nobody.
see.
Yes, I do.
Oh,
I can't see anybody. I thought it was just us.
oh no, they was in here. They in
It,
here.
it won't show. It won't show. They can see
Mhm.
me, but I can't see nobody but you. So no, I
Okay.
wasn't. I didn't know. If you would have told me, people ask you this and that. Yes, I do banishing.
That's why I was asking you a little bit of certain questions too, because people was asking.
And that's
So
what
I
I'm
was
glad I'm telling you now. I don't see nobody. I just see the two screens up here.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, if you want me to come back, we can do, because I've shown on my YouTube where they can see the fire rituals where the spirits wake me up early and tell me somebody's psychically attacking me, trying to do black magic while I'm asleep. Like when they wake you up 2, 3, anytime after midnight, if you just pop awake, you better get up and start doing prayer and protection because somebody's at you. And I have been filming them. I did it last week for the weekend. And it's funny what happened. I'm gonna tell you later. I can't say it now, but it's funny how something was revealed and the door opened to me to see things where somebody, the same situation, people lying to me and trying to set me up to go to jail, and the spirits blocked it because it's based on lies, and the judge would not go for it. So I'm glad when even if I don't understand, if the spirits wake me up and it wake y'all up, you better do your banishing. If you wake up between 12 and 6 in the morning, because that's the bewitching hour. And that's when somebody trying to fuck your ass up.
Oh shoot. I'm gonna write that down.
Scratch them up. See now.
See, now I'm sitting here writing it down. Like, hold on. If a bitch wake up at 6 and 12,
you better get your You better start doing your banishing rituals, and you start doing your reversal magic and use your black and red reversible candle because somebody is in your ass doing black magic and your
let me
highest
see. If a bitch wake me up at this time, I need to start spiritually swinging on the hoe. That's what you said.
Swing it, goddamn, before black love goes, swing it on the bitch because they trying to fuck your ass up in your sleep.
Yes. I love it. So we got to come to this next time and see some
we
stuff.
got to talk about this. I know they're in there. I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't see y'all. See, now you give me in that real magic mood right now, but you got so we're gonna talk about this, when you got time again, because it's very important, and I'll do some of it with you so they can get the energy, and they tell them to get their candles up when I'm coming back, have their stuff in here lit up while we talking.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get into it. That sounds
we're gonna
fun.
do some rituals on here. Yeah. That way
now you got me all perked up, like, yes. Hi, girl. Oh my god, this is so fun.
You have to. And plus I made all the kits and stuff. Let me show you what they done gave me. One of the things they done gave me. This that war powder, because it's red. When your enemy come against you, you said, well, I got that red on. See, this is that other one right there that uncrossing you throw out there out in your yard. That black salt. But it's also got them other herbs I got in there to repel or uncross anything anybody set up against you in your yard. It flips back on their goddamn ass. And with this red, hey, yeah.
Hey. Yeah, Goddess Raven then got her started. Oh my goodness.
And then the bath right there. The spirit done gave me make that bath with that water. And some of you got to uncross and you pour out there in your yard. And the magic seal that you put out there that I'm going to start making. And the people want to order that, you bury them out there, or you can actually start there and do your rituals and your war dance on it. And then have a cloth one. You fold. Hold on. But see, I know you told me you got to go. See,
now I don't have to go. If you don't have to go, I know you was, you kind of wanted to be quick because you was kind of feeling exhausted.
So now I'm in the mood now. Goddamn it!
Oh, now I got you in the mood, girl.
These are seals.
And
you can put these are plastic. See, they made out of plastic. I'm gonna make some out of cloth. Blowed up like that with certain magic on them. So, yeah, I like that. I like to get into that, and that's what I do every day, because they be trying to, like you said, constantly trying to destroy and get rid of me. This is what I do. The spirits will give me all these systems. They tie into the dance, and if people want something like that, or to use it for the banishing, I can do the ritual, but also send them what they need so they can learn from me that in it, you don't have to be afraid or worry, because whatever people send to you, I've learned now how to stop. People come by and throw shit in your yard, put shit in your mailbox, laugh, think they got the ups on you. And a lot of times they do when the person's ignorant and they don't know. But I'm telling you now, I've learned anything that can be done can be undone. You just have to know the formula, and you have to have the right people working with you and calling this certain spirits or entities. So, yes. So we can talk about it the next time I come back.
We got to talk about all that good stuff, because I want to know. I got my notepad out because I had my questions right here now, and I made an empty blank sheet for the next time you come back so I can break down some notes, girl. I'm really into that.
That's what we're going to do then. The baths are some of all that stuff. I've created a whole new collection since while this is happening to me. That's why I said, girl, I'm not finna argue about that. I just wait for the judge. Meanwhile, this is what I'm creating in the process. And it's a whole nother set of things that Nipsey gave me. Like what I just...
Let me see.
What?
You said you just had a whole nother set of stuff. I'm waiting to look. I'm like,
no, that's some of it. What I was showing you. It's so much. I mean, but what are you talking about? You just told me a few minutes ago you need to go. So now all of a sudden you don't.
I said, okay. So I gave myself an hour because I know. Okay, so everybody else don't know this. See, that's my grandma in the chat, so you don't see her, but she in it.
Oh, but, hey.
But no, everybody don't know this, but I made the mistake of thinking that Georgia was an hour behind DC, right? So,
Is it the same time?
We got the same time.
Oh, no, what I'm saying is I showed you like some of the stuff he gave me and how I blended it and why I blended it that way. So I was thinking about those things and classes for those things, as well as people can get them from me, especially when they're dealing with court cases and things like that, because I'm in the middle of it. And I'm working on these things for my own life, my own experiences, to know what works, what doesn't, why. So you're actually seeing me move through the process of these things, and all of them depend on the person, the zodiac, the year, the date, the time, the location of where you are, and the entity over the situation. You have to tap into them. So that's what I just showed you some of the products I have. They're for war.
Oh, yes.
When somebody's lying on you, coming at you, when somebody's got you in and out of court, that's war. They're trying to destroy your credibility, even take your freedom from you, which will take your livelihood and your life. So we're in that period. I'm in that period. And a lot of people have the same issue. So I've showed you some of the things that I have.
Okay. And the reason, and I was telling you the reason why I was saying that I wanted to go. It wasn't because of me. I know that you were kind of like going through some stuff, and you was kind of saying that you wasn't really whatever. But since you up, we here. And like you were saying, you was thinking about showing us or having classes about doing it. And when
I can't, because I'm still in the middle of this shit. I'm not gonna tell me.
I'm talking about later on, like when we over it, when we pass it.
What I'm saying is not in like all stuff right here in public. I can go into some of it, But then the other stuff, like a class that's private, is what I'm saying. But
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I want to be a part of that when they do come out, so keep me informed.
Also keep these. This is ancestor money. You want to keep those. That's the Asian one as well. A lot of Black folks have Asian and don't even know they have it in them. So a lot of stuff I'm gonna teach now from now is like self-help, things you can do yourself. I will assist. I will do your rituals on the side if you want me to. I will send their kits to them. If they're in Atlanta, they can get it, so I don't have to mail it nowhere. But yes, it's just like with this whole new formulas that I've been spending my time, as well as hair growth formulas, all these things. So, girl, like when I was saying to you earlier, the readings or trying to get reading class, I don't give a fuck about that shit. They can try to discredit me all you want to. God done gave me so many gifts and so many things that people need in so many areas. I don't even worry about that. You can't stop all of my money. You can't stop all my blessings that God got for me. So I'm not worried about that. So yeah, we'll talk about when I'm gonna come back, and we'll let everybody know, the ones that's really interested, what I want them to have while the show is going on. You should know that as a psychic, as a reader, even though you read cards, you should never be on no live without your shit lit.
Okay.
You should never. Is your shit lit?
No, that's why I write that shit down. I never did it. That's why I'm a baby spiritualist. I always tell people that.
You should never, because you don't know who's on now. You don't know who listening. See.
She said, "No, I'm about to get lit up after this live." She like, "You don't do that." And
you're supposed to be doing it before you get on the goddamn live.
Yeah, but see, like today, I wasn't even going to do several. I was just talking. But even still, you are right. I'm supposed to have that. Child, I need to strengthen my protection barriers. That's what I need to do.
It don't matter if you're not doing it on that day. Even if I'm not doing it, I already know I'm hated. I already know I'm disliked. So every day I do it. Every day, because I know people trying to destroy me and put that on me every day. See,
I think you know, with me and my personal growth, I think I do. Because see, the thing is, a lot of stuff with me, like, I don't never really get like help. So it's a good thing that I'm here and I'm meeting these people. Like with Goddess Raven Botanica, she's like, I told you that.
Well, she can tell you like, yes, you do. She can tell you what you need, and she got a Botanica and shit. But you still need to
I'm happy to meet both of y'all, because then I get to really like start focusing on what I need. So she already told me that, and I'm a hot mess. I tell her I'm a Gemini. I got 1,000 things running in my head at once, and it be outside stuff, and I'm like, oh God. And about time someone put me on the spot, I'm like, shit.
You don't know who's on the live. You don't know who's listening to you. A lot of people listen to you that don't like you, and they'll have they shit lit and doing spells on your ass while you up there doing a goddamn live, and you don't even damn know it. You should always have your shit lit, and whatever else consecrating you, and then cleanse and reconsecrate. Well, you know, I'm gonna keep my mouth quiet. So you're right. It is late. It's 9. I need to go.
All right. Yeah, she is telling the truth. Yeah, I did not have it. Oh God, I got put on blast. But it's a learning experience. I learned today.
People so dirty. They'll laugh and talk like they love you and watch you and be fucking you up while they watching your live.
It's true. It's absolutely true. I ain't gonna lie about that.
Telling you they love you'll be doing that shit and keep watching your live, not because really so much they enjoy the shit, but to see as you getting fucked up, see as how they work is doing.
I think, honestly speaking, and I'm gonna be honest though, since I've been in the spiritual community, you know, I go around on YouTube and stuff, and I do see spiritualists going at each other like that. Like they do go at each other, and they do be like, "Oh, I hope my work is working," and "Oh, we're gangs. We're all coming together, and we're going to end you." Like, and they're talking to each other like that.
You see that?
They talk to each other like that.
You see it. They'll pick certain people. They see you as competition and they want to get rid of you. It's enough room for everybody.
Oh yeah. And God has said, I've been where she has been. It's hurtful. Yes, it's hurtful. And I mean, even with me, like people try to discredit me. And then when that come around and be accurate, you know, then nobody ain't got nothing to say. I guess huh?
It's quiet. Then it's like, you know what? Use something else to set that bitch up. Since that didn't work, send somebody else on the goddamn bitch. And see, I'm used to having crowds of them sent on me. Not just one or two, but groups of them. That's why I said I'm taking a totally different way to deal with that. I'm not going to address every accuser. If you got that many people and you got they talk about, oh yeah, do a class action lawsuit. Well, do it. I'm not telling you not to do the shit. Do it. If I did that, do that. And I will appear when the judge summons me.
Well, Alexyss, it sounds like you a bad bitch. Because if you got all the people out there, you's a bad bitch. That's what it is.
Yeah, it has to be whenever somebody keep on attacking a person. But girl, I can't deal with this no more. I'm not even inside those circles. They keep watching me and putting me in them, and I'm not even in the circles. Y'all want to destroy me, and I'm not even around y'all. That's what's so crazy about this. My own mother was like this. So it just two-faced, backstabbing, tell lies on me and shit. That's why I just don't want to be bothered. I don't have the energy to argue and fight. So that's why I said, just go on and make it legal. I'm not scared of that. Make it legal. And I'll just deal with whatever the judge say. But this here and this nigga shit and this back and forth, I got too old for this goddamn shit. We not finna do that. I'd rather just stand and be judged by a judge and a jury. We'll do that. I'll do that. Not the other thing. But anyway, I'm gonna go. Because this 9, I'm tired. I got a lot of stuff going on I got to take care of.
Okay. Well, again, y'all, thank you so much for coming to my live. I enjoyed you. I enjoyed my chat. And y'all will be seeing us again in the future, y'all. Okay? So I love y'all for real, and peace.